Hey, what's up, guys? Mike from Swung here. We are in Indianapolis today at the Indiana Vintage Market. It is the first year for this event, so we'll see how it goes. I heard that most of the stuff here is going to be vintage clothing, so we'll see if we can find any glass in here. Maybe there's a random vendor or some vintage jewelry. I've got some special guests with me today, and we're gonna see what kind of luck we've got. So we'll see you inside. All right, check these out. These are super interesting, and I don't know anything about them, but this guy does.
Hey there.
So tell me about those cords there.
So senior chords, started in the mid 40s, but really got popular in the 50s, 60s, and kind of tapered out in the 70s. And basically, they were just seniors during their last year would make pants or skirts, vests, or overalls, and then they'd have their friends sign it, and they'd do artwork, and then basically to commemorate their year, stuff they did. So they do marching band stuff. They were in 4-H. There's always the 4-H clover. And then either you have a handmade pair like this was made by a student, and then other times they have commissioned ones where sometimes you'll see them and they're just very good artwork. So they would have paid someone to do it and create it.
Okay.
I can show you the other side to get you a bit of the signature part.
Oh wow, 1964. That was the year my mom was born.
There you go. No, they're pretty cool. They got a great history. They're only from Indiana, and the pairs that you see outside of Indiana are from people who moved away and carried the tradition with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So now what would the typical market on these be right now as a reseller? What would you expect to get out of that pair?
Very wide range. So it's there's no two that are the same, obviously.
Sure.
So a big thing is condition, and then artwork, and then what they are, and then of course the size.
Okay.
Without a doubt, pants are always the most expensive. They're usually 3 to 4 times the price of a skirt.
Okay.
Skirts, anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on where you are. Really depends. Pants can be anywhere from $600 to $2,000.
Oh, geez.
Very wide range.
Awesome.
I'm someone that always says that it's people could tell you how much it's worth all day long, but it doesn't really matter until the person pays you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's worth as much as someone's willing to pay you.
Yep.
So that's the way I always see them.
Yeah, it's got to be in front of the right eyes to get the right price.
Exactly.
So how many, now you said this is a skirt, correct?
Yeah.
Now, how many pairs of pants have you actually come across
I own 10 currently.
Oh, you own 10?
I keep the pants. I have 3 skirts that I've kept as well.
Okay. So they are collector's items.
Yes.
Now, is it something that you would wear or just something to appreciate?
I have worn them occasionally, but they make me nervous because of the price tag on them.
Sure.
I just like looking at them. They're a really unique part of Indiana history because you only ever see them from Indiana. There's a handful of pairs I've seen from West Virginia or North Carolina or New York, but it's always people who moved away and brought it with them. It's a very Indiana specific culture. I think it's super cool. It's a great piece of history. They're all unique.
And are you from Indiana?
Yes, I am.
And do you travel around and do vintage?
I've traveled all around the country.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, how far of a collectability? How wide is the web for these?
These they only get more So in Indiana, they're ironically probably the least collectible because they appear fairly often.
Sure.
I usually see a couple pop up a month.
Okay.
Through various hands, depending on where they find it, whether it be original owner, estate sale, or antique stores or bins, whatnot.
Yeah.
But the farther you get away, the more sought after they are. So you go to the West Coast or the East Coast, people really want them. Japan, people really want them.
Nice.
So a lot of times, people, if you sell them online, or people from here will sell them to someone over there because they really like them, and then usually they think that they can get more money out of them.
I see.
It's one of those things where people just keep selling it because they think they can make a little extra on top.
And they like to have it go through their hands and be like,
it's the kind of thing where you can just show it off and be like, look what I have.
Exactly.
And everyone likes it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's cool.
Yeah, I do a bit of vintage reselling as well, but not clothing, and I can appreciate that and understand that. Some pieces you will pay up a little bit more just to be able to have that go through your hands. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's cool. And what's your name?
John.
John. I'm Mike.
Nice to meet you, man.
Pleasure to meet you. I appreciate all the info.
Of course.
And what, do you have a business name that you go by or anything?
Alienated Vintage.
Alienated Vintage.
Yes.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you luck in your sales, and I hope you kill it today.
Yeah, me too, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
The YouTube video goes well.
Appreciate you.
All right, cool. So, not vintage clothing, but vintage inspired art. I like this. Lots of fun colors and movement. Dig it. Oh, that is so cool. I'm going to have to get one of those. Yeah, she's talented. I like this artist. I'm glad I stumbled across her. I dig this print. Look at them boots. Uh-huh. And the transaction.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my boy Spike. Looking tough. I dig it. I wonder if there's anything in these bags. I mean, there's obviously something in them, but anything for me? So I can tell from a distance that this shirt is going to be too large for me, but the subject matter is cool. What else we got over here? Let's kind of do like a pan around, kind of give you the vibe of what's going on. We're here slightly early, so the crowd isn't large yet. Ultimate Glory, Chavez versus De La Hoya. Man, what a great night. That was the day before my birthday. Yeah, let's just wander around. See, we kind of got the lay of the land already. And I think this is going to be my first purchase. Let's find a price on it. It's definitely vintage. Yellow's my favorite. All right, let's see what we find in this little briefcase. If there's any cool little pins in here. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on, obviously. And I see a little Bakelite pin there. And I think I see some celluloid up on the top. You know, like some carved pieces. Lots of earrings. But lots of fun colors. And this vendor is very nice. She said that she can work bundle deals too, so I like that. She said she'll do you know, like 10% off if you give her a follow on social media too. So I'm gonna grab this shirt. It's marked 42, and this Bakelite pin is marked 25 up here. Let's see if we can get a couple bucks off. See what she do. Maybe she'll do 60 for the pair. And there we go. Just over 10% off. Thank you so much.
Too, so it doesn't get scratched or anything.
Now, you know, if you see something from the aisle and it's hanging up high on the wall where short people like me aren't supposed to touch it, you know it's probably expensive. God, I don't even want to know, but that thing is great. All right, cool. So this is something I thought you guys would appreciate. Here's a booth of handmade jewelry. And we've got a bunch of earrings like made of resin. And I saw some that were made of clay and polymer and stuff over on the other side. So yeah, neat. I like that they incorporated some artists and artisans into this fair as well to kind of mash up with the vintage clothing vibe, because obviously this jewelry would look great with lots of the clothing. So bravo, guys. Nice work. Ooh, funky disco ball. Let's give you some more pan here. Some, just a little, like right now is the calm before the storm because the doors haven't technically opened. We got in here a little early. Whoops. All right, so I know this sweater isn't going to last long. That thing is awesome. Obviously, it's made for a woman, and I couldn't wear it, but that thing is super cool. What's the price tag on it? 20 bucks. Oh my God, this thing is going to fly. It's so awesome. Okay, let's see what's tucked away in this little nook over here. We've got lots of little knickknacks and jewelry and bangles, and let's see if we have any fun designs. That's like a carved resin, maybe. There's some wood ones in here. This is like probably a carved resin or maybe just a resin in general. This one's neat. $7. And it's got like inlaid pearl bricks, or in a brick pattern, I guess. Rectangles in a brick pattern. It's probably acrylic. And this one looks like it's carved lucite, maybe. $7, pretty cool. Clear, so it kind of has like a frosted glass look. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. We'll have to take it home and see if it glows. What else? We got a beaded one up there. It's kind of neat. Oh, look at this little... Is it a dog or a cat? I think it's a cat. I'll leave it for another cat fan. Do we have anything we can harvest? Nah, I think that's it. So I will take these two and call you in the morning. Thanks. Ooh, you guys know I like yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this. That is fun. Just give you another little pan around this little section right here. Just real quick, and then we'll kind of mosey, see what else we can see before the crowd gets in here. So yeah, lots of cool vintage clothing. I'm telling you, this place is packed, and it's got lots of great vendors. Everybody is very friendly. All the vendors I've spoken to so far are just a pleasure to be around. So yeah, I've heard a couple of people talking about the lines building outside too. So I'm glad we got in when we did. Just kind of got lucky. So let's see what's over here. I'm always drawn to these yellows. So let's see if we get lucky on maybe a jacket. Oh, that's cool. I'm not crazy on the collar. I like the color, not the collar. Whatever. Oops, sorry. Ooh, that's fun. Hawaii. It's got the huma huma on there, the native fish. Of course, we're going to see some of my boy Kurt Cobain.
I was looking at this shirt earlier.
Into mosquito head?
What's that?
Into mosquito heads?
I don't even know what that means.
This is the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
It's this acid wash style. They're all individually hand printed, so they're like unique.
Oh, wow.
I have a bunch. They're, again, I'm sure you can tell, expensive.
Yeah.
Like my favorite one I have is a Rocky Mountain Tour picture.
Okay.
And it's got like stripper legs all over it and like
Hell yeah.
like skeletons. I have Geronimo, the native.
This is a cool tie-dye. Let's see if it has... Yeah, it's got some little screen print on it, too. Yo, that's kind of gnarly. Very fun. All right, another little pan action here. Wow, that is green. Like sherbet. I have a feeling this is another one that's going to go pretty quickly once people get let in. Yeah, that's a nice design. Okay, so we're getting closer to opening. So I think people are starting to kind of trickle in, or the people who are helping set up booths are kind of starting to meander around. There's a little bit more excitement. So yeah, we're going to start seeing an influx in people very soon. I feel like if we got to get any last second deals, now is the time. Okay, curated clothing. Let's see. Now, I've already bought the end cap of this booth once, and then I'm drawn back over to this. Jeez, how are you going to do that to me? It's got 42 again. Yeah, it's a good price. Do we have any Animal Crackers fans watching? What? Look at that. That's a cool sweater.
I was just told that there's a pink Perth Australia jacket down here in the $5 bin, and I'm on a mission, so we'll see what happens.
And so I guess, you know, like as a consolation, I got a lead on this Australia sweater. It's kind of cool. It's like a sailing sweater, but this I saw, and yo, yeah, I'm gonna get that. Okay, so I think the floodgates have officially opened. The doors are open. People are starting to wheel in and stuff, so It is getting busy. Lots of people want vintage clothing. Yeah, I would say already from looking at it, it's going to be a successful event. Good for them. Oh, this is fun. Thrifty Puns mystery bag. So it's got the sizes and then, like the prices. That's cool. Everybody loves a mystery. And tucked around the corner in a nook where nobody could see, I find this. Yes. I think this is my size too. I think the other one that I found was a little large for me, but this one I think is my size. Yeah, 14 bucks too. I bet you I can get it for 10. I think that does it for us. So let's head out and see what the lines are like.
Thank you.
Oh wow, on both sides.
Holy moly.
Wow, lots of people wanting vintage clothing. Good for them. I think the vendors are going to be stoked. The people who put on the event have to be happy with that. It's always nerve-wracking your first year, so bravo, guys.
All right, so that was successful. Got a bag full of good stuff. Didn't expect to. And pro tip, get there early and act like you own the place. Look at these lines. We didn't have to wait in any of that. See you next time.